Okay, beautiful people in the house. Great to have you here today. It's another beautiful trading Friday, a day to wrap up our trades for the week. It's a beautiful, beautiful week. It's been fun filled, it's been pip filled. What more could we ask for? As always, I'm Atomashi Dania, Vestrado's global market analyst. You're welcome to today's live session on YouTube. Our topic today is very simple. We're not going to waste too much time. Some intraday and swing trading strategies. Before I go on, it's important to remember that we are Vestrado. We are domiciled in Malaysia with offices and representatives all over the world. Dubai, UK, Dubai, China, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, and so on and so forth. Great to have you. Great to have you today. All right. So, over the course of the years, right, many traders find it difficult to develop um, strategies. Okay. Many of which, over the course of the years, trade at random, choose, or rather, simple strategies that might not be so effective when trading the markets. So, today's lecture is done in an aim to help you, okay, navigate through all this and hopefully forge a very, very strong strategy. All right. Um, Trading markets across board, not just Forex, spread out to crypto, spread out to stocks, commodities, and so on and so forth. So we're going to take a break and perhaps wait for a few of us to join us. Wait for a few of us to join us. In the meantime, you're free to ask any question you like in the course of the lecture, in the course of the training. You can ask anything. I will be glad to answer. Okay. Um, so what are we going to be doing today? First, I'm going to share with you some of the Telegram tips we talked about today. Next, I'll be sharing with you strategies for technical, all right, fundamental and sentimental trader. So we're going to touch upon technical and fundamentals. All right. If we have time, then we'll go further to sentimental traders or traders who do sentiment analysis. It's not so common. They are not so much in the market. Okay. But um, they exist. Okay. These sentimental traders exist. And so if we have time, we're going to touch upon that. If we do not, we're just going to carry on and move along. So we'll take a break a bit and perhaps more and more people can join us here on today's lecture. I hope to have more questions coming. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Ask your questions. I'll be very glad to answer you. Okay? So let's admit some people who are interested in joining our class today. In the meantime, wait for one or two persons to join up. Okay? Trading is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. This recording, this live session is going to go up until it's going to be on our Academy page, on our website. It's going to be on YouTube here. You can always come back and listen in. If it helps your trading, you can always come back here, or you access it through the website, any which way you like it. Okay? We are here for you. We are Vestrado. So we're going to be starting in a bit. Don't lose sleep. Okay, great. So I see that one or two persons have joined, which is good. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Hopefully, more people join us. Now, without much ado, let's just go into the main course of the day: intraday and swing trading strategies. But first, I'd like to share with you some of the things we did on Telegram today. Okay, if you look today, um, we sent a recap of our Facebook live session. You want to go watch that? We gave about 10 signals on Bitcoin, on GBP USD, on the USD CHF, the USD JPY, and after giving these signals, we're able to capture about 10 take profits, 10 take profits on the live session, which is why I always recommend joining up um, early enough, joining up on our Facebook Live so you do not miss out on opportunities, okay, that abound. Hence, um, for every time we have a live session on Facebook, it is paramount that you come on board and come and see what we're doing, okay, because you never know. You might probably get your hands on some very, very nice tip, okay. Okay, welcome, Mr. Fakeye. What's the best time frame to do your trading setup? Okay, it depends. It depends on your strategy and the kind of trader you are. It depends on your strategy and the kind of trader you are. Let me try to respond to that. It depends on your strategy and the kind of trader you are. Okay. If you want more information on this, today we're doing intraday and swing trading strategies. So you're going to see the time frames we'll use. But yeah, I need you to watch the video on how to analyze a chart. Let me see if I can get that video for you. That video is on Facebook, our Facebook Live. Okay, how to analyze a chart. We had a live session that day. It talks about the time frames to use when you are doing, when you're a day trader, a swing trader, or a scalper. All right, go back there and watch that video on Facebook. Okay, you don't want to miss out on that. Let's see if we can respond to you here. Yes, that's me. One moment, please. I've sent the link to you. Yes. Yes. So Truth is Life has responded. It depends. That's true. Truth is Life is correct. So I've sent the video to you. The video link, Mr. Fakeye. Go in there, watch, and hopefully that responds to you as to um, which time frame to properly use when marking up your setup. You have to determine yourself what kind of trader you are. Okay, if you're a scalper, if you're going in for intraday positions, or you're going in for swing trading positions. Okay, if you're able to do this and map out a strategy based on this, then it's not going to be very difficult for you to map out a strategy and pick your time frame. So watch that video on YouTube. I've sent the link in the chat section, Mr. Fakeye. Great to have you join us today. All right. Without much ado, let's get right into the action. Hopefully, you get some more answers on this live session. So stay tuned. Now, what else did we do on Telegram? I gave you something similar to Signal, okay, where I said GBP USD intraday scalping opportunity, a break below the channel and 3.079 could see price head to 1.3061, okay, 3045 or 1.3028. So price has done that. It's moved. Okay. It has captured two of our take profits very, very nicely. Okay. So that's what we did on Telegram today. We had some very nice take profits on GBP USD. I'm going to show you the patterns on the chart. Now, to our topic proper. To our topic proper. Great. So let's divide today's training into three parts: technical, strategy, okay, fundamental, and if we have time, sentimental strategy. I'm waiting for more questions. Ask your questions, please. Don't be shy. I'm here. Ask your questions. Whatever it is, if it's related to this topic or not, let me see it. I will respond. Ask your questions. Yeah. Uh, one moment, please. Yes. So we'll start with technical strategies. I'm going to be sharing two strategies with you um, for technical traders. We don't have time to do so much. So let's stick with that. Okay. I want to give you so much, but I can't give you as much because of time. Hence, a simple strategy, reversal strategy for technical traders. Applicable either for intraday or swing trading. Now, I've given this strategy before. If you've been following our videos, you're following our live sessions on Facebook, on, yeah, majorly on Facebook. I've given this strategy about 2 or 3 times now. So, if you've been following, this shouldn't be new to you. So, what do we want to see, first of all? The first part of strategy consists of price being at support or resistance level. And why am I repeating it? Because it's quite effective. Okay, it's really quite effective. Two, we want to see price say markedly overbought or oversold. Okay, perhaps we also might want to see divergence. Divergence could be RSI, could be MACD, could be the volume, accumulation and distribution, um, um, divergence, anyone. Next, we want to see complex reversal patterns. Complex reversal patterns like the double top, head and shoulders, etc. Next, we want to see um, price form a range. We want to see price form a range, which could be a demand zone or a supply zone that you like to call it. Okay, next, what do we want to see? We want to see a breakout, trend line breakout, or break of significance, support, or resistance level. We want to see this. And then perhaps we also want to see a moving average early signal. Um, I won't share that with you right now, but um, when the break happens, we want to see volumes or continuation patterns, on lower time frames, continuation patterns on lower time frames, such as the 5 minutes chart, 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 15-minute chart. And then finally, the 7 pink cow, we want to see volumes. Volumes. And if you want to know how to assess volume in the market, it's very simple. Go to the Facebook Live. Go to the Facebook Live and the Facebook page. On the video end, you will see how I talked about volumes, and also the YouTube, this same YouTube channel, volume analysis in price action. If you watch that, you should be able to tell how to assess volumes in the market, which is quite important if you want to trade the market, okay? Any type of market, be it as a scalper, with any type of strategy, swing trader, or day trader. So this is one strategy, strategy number one, okay? For reversals. Now, why am I giving reversals? Reversals are easier to trade for uh, for beginner traders, and generally across board, it's also quite easy to trade. If you don't see reversals on higher time frame, you want to look at it on um, a lower time frame, depending on the kind what kind of a trader you are. Okay, the next type of strategy, which I want to share right now is, by the way, I'm going to be giving you examples, showing you everything on the chart. I'm going to be showing you everything on the chart. Have no fear. There you go. So next, we want a strategy for channels, reversals, strategy for trading, channel reversals. Okay, what do we want to see? Number one, price around the support or resistance border of a channel. I shared this with you too on the Facebook Live in the lecture, Knowing When to Scalp. I shared this strategy with you. Good for scalping. Channels are very good for scalpers. Okay. There we also want to see price overbought or oversold. Okay. And possibly maybe divergence. Okay. Divergence. Next, we want to see not just complex reversal patterns, simple and complex reversal patterns. Simple or complex reversal patterns, depending on the kind of channel you're trading. For intraday positions, using the 1 hour 30 minutes chart, you might just see simple reversal patterns, such as the morning star, okay, maybe simple three candle patterns, okay, that's quite common for channels. The evening star, three inside down, or three inside up, etc. And then we want to see all these trend line breakouts, okay, yes, continuation patterns, yeah, and then volumes. For trading reversals on channels, this is a very effective strategy. If you say that, by the way, there's also another lecture called Less is More on Facebook. If you determine that as a trader, you just want to look out for all these things on any pair, let me put that there. Let me put that there for you. Effective for all pairs. Effective for any currency pair. Okay. Crypto, commodities, stocks, etc. All right. Whatever it is you're trading, even oil, let's give that a different color. So if you don't see it on Euro USD today, go look for it on GBP USD. If you don't see it on GBP USD, go look for it on USD Swiss. If you don't see it on USD Swiss, USD JPY. If you don't see anything like that on Forex, there are also many cryptocurrencies. Go to crypto, go to commodities. Okay. Now, for some people, they have simpler strategies like morning, evening star plus overbought, oversold levels on RSI and all that. But what we've done here is we have amassed simple strategies, 7 or 6 simple strategies in one complex whole, which is quite effective. Now, you might want to ask, how do you assess support and resistance? If you have yourself an account with Vestrado already, okay, you can always access the video, how to trade support or resistance. You can always access that anytime with our account manager, Gloria. Gloria will tell you, advise you on support and resistance level. She's got the video. You can get that from her. We're still going to have a lecture on this, so you know how to properly assess support and resistance levels. Okay, so that's that for technical traders. Now, for fundamental traders, okay, for fundamental traders, let's try to zoom in. Reversal strategy for fundamental analysis traders. Okay, for intraday or swing positions, any pair, any crypto, any commodity, any stock, take your pick. Now, where number one will be priced at support or resistance level for the technical traders, for the fundamental trader, the first thing to look out for, you can apply all these, okay? But fundamentals, if you want to do fundamentals, you want to go in either using economic calendar or major events in the market. So we're going to have to add two major points, which are number one, major news stimulus that favors technical analysis, e.g., US-China tariff wars, the US-China tariff wars. Okay, so we don't cluster everything together. Next, perhaps news or updates from the weekly or daily economic calendar that favors your position, Okay, so for fundamentals there, because it's quite important, we're going to highlight that. In blue. So the difference between the fundamentals and technicals here is, for the fundamental guy, if there's no tide, so the news creates the tide. It's like the sea, right? If you're riding a ship on the sea, you in the past, before we had machines and all that, those who rode or drove ships, sailors, would always wait for the wind to create a tide. All right. When the wind creates the tide, they flow with the wind to flow, carry them to whichever location they want. So fundamental traders wait for the fundamentals to create the tide. And then when it does, okay, they wait and enter based on what they see, based on what news is released. For example, especially the economic calendar that comes in weekly and daily in the markets for Forex and almost all financial markets. For example, now the US China tariff wars or America slamming tariffs on different countries is weakening the US dollar. So what's happening? Because it's weakening the US dollar, the fundamental trader is not probably maybe not doesn't need to see one, two, three. Okay, so let's scrap this. Let's scrap this. There you go. So for the fundamental trader, what he wants to see, trend line breakout or break of previous significant support or resistance level, continuation patterns on lower time frame, and then volume. That's one strategy. For example, you've seen US China tariff was weaker dollar. You want to wait for breakout or previous significant swing highs, okay, or previous resistance or support resistance level that tells you strong buying pressure. And then you want to look for continuation patterns on lower time frames to support um, um, the news that pops up, to support the breakout. And finally, volumes that tells you there are a lot of buyers in the market for GBP USD if you are buying. This is one strategy for fundamental. First, the news. Now, um, now for channels, it's also the same thing. Okay, channel reversals. For the fundamental trader, perhaps yes, you're not looking for any of these. All right, you do not want to see price at support or resistance. You're not concerned about that. You're not concerned about overbought or oversold levels. You're not concerned about seeing three candle patterns. You can still look at them and wait for news to create the tide, no problem. Okay, but many fundamental traders do not often need to look at it because when the news happens, it moves the market very significantly. So the same thing, okay, within a channel, you want to see trend line breakout or break of previous significant support or resistance level. And then finally, setting the next channel border, okay, or resistance stroke support level as target. Again, go back to the ways of assessing support and resistance. And this is going to be clearer to you. If you don't know, stick with us on this channel. We're going to talk about this very soon. But we already have talked about it in our beginner session. You can talk to your account manager, register an account if you don't have one. Talk to the account manager, Gloria. Okay. She's going to set you up with that video or whichever other account manager you're able to talk to. So that's that for fundamentals. Most fundamental traders don't need to look for support, resistance, complex reversal patterns, blah, blah, blah. Because when news happens, the reversal patterns don't mean nothing. Hence, this could be for continuation or reversals. Could be for reversals or continuation trading. All right, that's that. Because fundamentals often doesn't pay so much heed to reversal patterns. It doesn't, it just pays better heed to the levels, key support or resistance levels. So many fundamental traders will probably just look at these levels before placing positions. And if you want to do fundamentals, wait for when this news happen. You like the volatility in the market when news happens. This is a simple strategy that can be quite effective for you. All right. Without much ado, let's go into the charts. Let's go into the charts. What do we have on the charts? The example I want to give you right here is the first example is the GBP USD. The GBP USD. Ladies and gentlemen, the GBP USD. Ask your questions. Don't be shy. I'm here for you. Okay. Now, what do we see? What did we see initially that made us give such a signal on the Telegram channel, such outlook? Good. So, 15-minute chart. If we go by the first strategy, intraday, right? Intraday trading. How to analyze the chart, when to do intraday, okay? We're looking at 30 minutes to 1 hour chart. If you want to know which time frames to look at, go to the Facebook Live, how to analyze a chart. Because of time, I'm not going to be talking about which time frame to look at for intraday traders, but to be more specific, okay, to just do a recap, you can look at the 1 hour chart, 30 minutes chart, okay, and use the 15 or 5 minutes for entry. You can also use the 1 minute for entry depending on which continuation patterns you spot. So on the 30 minutes chart for GBP USD, what did we see that made me give such outlook? Look here. We see price hit this resistance level here. 1, 2, 3. Something similar to heads and shoulders. Head, left shoulder, right shoulder. But it's quite tight, right? But all in all, it looks as though it has formed resistance. And where did it form this resistance? 3144. Is there any other significant level in the past that coincides with this? Look, this guy right here. This guy right here. A significant level of 2023. A significant level of 2023. Price hit that level and formed reversal patterns around there. Okay, so we knew that we're at resistance level, significant resistance level. That's settled. That's number one. Second, was it overbought or oversold where it was? This is 30 minutes chart. All right. The RSI. There you go. Right here, markedly overbought. Markedly overbought. Okay, looks like we can't expand this. Live application of the strategy. Markedly overbought right here. You trace it down. Okay. What else do we see? Is there something else? 15 minutes chart. Look, there's divergence. Okay. If you connect the lows on the 15-minute chart, there's RSI negative divergence. Price is pointing upwards, connecting the lows, connecting the same level. Price was what? Pointing downwards. But we're here. Assuming we're here in price. Okay. Yeah, this is where this shoulder formed. Hence, you'll be connecting this guy to this guy. So there wouldn't have been divergence at that point. But if you look at it right now, the way price is forming, where we are, okay, divergence is still forming, further corroborating and supporting the fact that price is expected to go down. That's that. Now, we've spotted a pattern on 30 minutes. We spotted on support. We spotted overbought levels. That's clear. Next, are there complex reversal patterns? Yes. On the 15 minutes chart, on the 30 minutes chart, this looks like the heads and shoulders pattern compressed. Head, left shoulder, right shoulder. But better appreciated on the 15 minutes chart, heads and shoulders pattern. And then if you know your heads and shoulders pattern, to get the information on that, you need to go to the lecture on YouTube, complex reversal patterns, making consistent income with complex reversal patterns. You can't miss that. Okay, so we had the neck right here, and I said at a break above, a break below 3079, sell to 3061, 3045, or 28. Okay, let's put our horizontal line there. 3079. There you go. Okay, because at the time price was forming, it was here. This was the key. This was the neck level as at the time price was forming that pattern right here. So this significant swing low here. So I said a break of that will see price get to 60. And let's check. Has it gotten to that level? Yes. Our first take profit captured. Now, the next part of the strategy, did it break past significant swing low? Yes. This is a key support level already. Okay. Did it break past previous significant support or resistance level? Yes, this is support level, the neck of the complex reversal pattern. It broke past that right here. Here and here, twice. The next target I gave was below that, price could see price go to 3045. Okay. It's on Telegram. You can go there and check. So we saw a break of that. Next, was there a break of a trend line? Okay, let's delete this trend line. Assuming we're here in price. Assuming we're here in price. Okay. Our trend line would have been from here all the way to here. Yes, there was a break of trend line. And when the break happened, was there volume? The way to assess volume, I talked about already. You can assess volume based on the size of the candle, the pattern of the candle, okay? Volume indicator analysis, moving averages. These are examples, ways of assessing the volume of a candle, okay? Or volume in the market. Good. So that has been established. Now let's look at volume analysis. As at when the break happened, which was right around here, look, the previous candles before the break happened, let's put a vertical line around there. The first break happened around here. Look at the size. I'm going to move this vertical line now. I want you to pay attention to what you see there. Et voila. You see how long? Very long. Okay. The bar is higher than all the previous candles in the range. Okay. The previous candle being here before the break happened. Look at the increase of volume. Okay. Stepping up to when the break happened. So every candle that formed after the lowest volume here, 1, 2, 3, 4, was higher. So it had a step, high, high, higher, 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 such that the candle that eventually caused the break is about times 2. This one, the length of this guy right here. That already affirms for you nice volume in the market. Now, based on size, the size of the candle that causes the break is significant right here. Okay, this one right here, this guy. Now, to appreciate this, so you don't miss out on this, you might say, okay, it's very long. Won't we miss out on the target? What you do here is you go to 1 minute chart. Let's try to highlight that. The break often happens earlier on the 1 minute chart. Let's try to spot that on the 1 minute. There you go. See? Nice continuation. The break already happened here. At this point here, I'm going to put a green line there. This would have been the point of the sell. I would have sold right here up until here on scalping moves. That's why I tagged it as intraday stroke scalping opportunity. This point here, at the close of this strong bearish candle, based on the size alone, it already tells me volume. Now, are there continuation patterns on lower time frame? Yes. All these candles, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, form a continuation pattern called the falling 3 method. In this case, the falling 7 method. I'm going to be talking about continuation patterns later on YouTube. So the bear here broke past the range of this first bear. And then what do you have? Continuation down. Volume based on the shape of the candle. Look at the 5 minute chart. Okay. Or the 1 minute. Look. As I when the break happened and the candle that closed the range of this first bear, this candle, this nice bearish candle is called the Marubozu, the perfect bear. Okay. Like I said, there are three ways: the size, the shape, the indicator usage, okay, to assess volumes in the market. Here, the shape and the pattern of the candle tells us perfect bear, testament to how massive the sellers, the amount of volume of sellers are in the market, or the sell volumes. Very easy. So if you had sold from there to here, you'd have been right, captured your first take profits to here, okay, and then price went back up and came back down again, broke past the previous 3060. When it did so, look at the candle that broke past it. This one, let's highlight that again. Okay, just pay attention to your strategy and you'll be fine. Discipline yourself. Look, another Marubozu that broke past it, testament to the bearish pressure. Look at price. Went to our second take profit level, 3045. If all you did was that in the day, good profit for you. So every step in our strategy was attested to, was mapped out. It happened, has been ticked. Ladies and gentlemen, trading is beautiful. Trading is very beautiful. I cannot talk about it well enough. So that's that. Now, for channels on the same GBP USD, all right, on the same GBP USD, we're rounding up very soon. Look very carefully at what formed. When price formed the heads and shoulders, we had this, a nice channel, a nice ascending channel. Okay. The channel also informed us as to where the break, what to do, because channel is a different ballgame entirely. Channel breakout, trading channel breakout is another lecture or topic on its own. So at the channel border, all right, yesterday I gave the signal on Facebook Live. I said price itself was moving around the channel border. Okay, what happened when it touched the channel border? Let's take a look. One moment, please. Yeah. So what happened when it hit the channel border? Here, let's highlight that. Price formed a 4 candle reversal pattern after breaking past it. And I said something. I said, if it goes beyond this key resistance level here, okay, you should buy to 3070. There you go. And that's exactly what happened. Now, same thing around here. 2946 on Facebook Live. Go and check it. Buy to 2970. Because what happened at the channel border right there, look, it formed a three candle reversal pattern. What's a three candle reversal pattern? Let's separate the lines so we don't get confused. Which is the three candle reversal pattern? This guy right here. Morning star. And what did we talk about on channels? Go back. You see, I said trading reversals for channels, three candle patterns. This is a morning star with a nice gap. And then continuation pattern. Okay. A continuation pattern formed after it. Look, these five guys here are continuation patterns. Bull, three candles within the range of the bull, and then another bull that broke past the range of all four. Continuation pattern to the upside. And then the candles that lined up here again, okay, another consolidation, rectangle, indicating continuation to the upside, all of which led to price touching the resistance level. So first, price was at the support border, tick. Was it oversold? Let's check. It wasn't oversold on RSI. Look, it wasn't. That's channel for you. Very powerful. Was there divergence where it touched it? Was there divergence? No, no divergence. Okay. So we have continuation pattern, break of previous significant swing high right here. This guy, that happened. This is a very compressed channel on the 15 minutes chart. So, but we have a continuation pattern here, two continuation patterns, back to back. Are there volumes? Are there volumes? Based on the shape, this guy is an imperfect Marubozu, testament to the volume. This guy is a Marubozu, also an imperfect one, testament to the volume. If we trace that on the volume analysis indicator, what do we have? Okay, we see also that the volume keeps picking up on the bullish end when that break happened. But this guy here did not show us much volume. But if you check the candles before it, 1, 2, 3, 4, corresponding to the volume indicator here, this bullish candle here is almost 5 times or 10 times the length of these little guys right here. So that fits the volume analysis standard very nicely. It fits the volume analysis standard very nicely. It meets it for us to take advantage of the reversals on channels. Very easy. First, we see price at support, no RSI overbought oversold, but we see three candle patterns, morning star. Then we saw continuation patterns back to back. Then we saw a break of previous range. Okay, we saw volumes in form of the Marubozu. Okay, if you say maybe out of your seven, seeing six steps in your strategy are okay. That's fine. Now, on the fundamental end, okay, assuming you're here, assuming that this is where you are, you're not at the support border, you're here. Let's move. Say you're here, right? And you see news, CPI data poor for the US, all right? You're not interested in whether price is at support or resistance. This is the previous significant swing high. If CPI data is able to break past it using this candle and is good, then the fundamental trader will start thinking, oh, that's all I need. He will just buy up until probably the resistance border of the channel right here. Fundamentals. Usually simpler, less points, okay, less trouble. I hope this is clear enough. Again, you can ask your questions. Great to have you, Mr. Fakeye, again. Whoever else joined us, it was amazing. So we've done about 1 hour right now. It was great to have you. I want to continue. I want to give you more. Okay. Now, let me just give you a tip on sentiment. But before then, let's see if we can spot one more channel. I wish we had time for that, but we don't. I want to keep it set on. I want to keep it set on 1 hour. Okay. So that's that. I like to use the signals and the outlook I give on Telegram as a reference point. So you can always go back, check, okay, and recheck, affirm, and trade on it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was clear for you. Practice these strategies at home, practice these strategies on your demo account before you go live, any currency pair, any asset, okay? On the sentiment end of things, the general sentiment around the US dollar right now is bullish, sorry, bearish because of the US tariff wars. So what do? General sentiment, weaker dollar, GBP USD, buy, Euro USD, buy, USD CHF, sell, USD JPY, sell, right? That's general sentiment. So the sentiment trader, he has a lot of money in the account. Most sentiment traders don't trade with small money. They got good cash. So the sentiment trader, once that happens, he's seen the general sentiment, he will just place a buy and leave it and go. Now, there's something I want to finalize with. At some point in the market, it's always good to be somewhat fundamental. Even if you're a technical trader, still apply the news to guide your trading. Even if you're a technical trader, still know the general sentiment to apply to your trading, to guide your trading. Now, as a fundamental trader, yes, you're waiting for the news from the economic calendar or major events, but at least you still need the trend line to know when the breakout will happen. You still need to know your previous significant swing high or swing low to know where is support or resistance. So what do I always say? At some point, um, you can't be just a technical trader alone or be just a fundamental trader alone, especially if you're trading very small amount of money in the market. Okay, the technical trader still needs some fundamentals. The fundamental trader still needs some level of technicals. Okay, and sentimental too. I know general sentiment is bullish for GBP USD. I'm waiting for bullish positions. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It was good to have you again. Beautiful Friday. Look out for our videos on YouTube, our other videos. You want to watch them, and you also want to watch our videos on Facebook. All right. As we end the week, I leave you with these beautiful tips. There are millions of traders in the world as there are thousands of strategies. Okay. Whatever you do, remember, do not be overconfident. Whatever your strategy is, no man is an island. No one strategy is king. Always learn to be better. Learn to unlearn to learn again. And remember, the trend is your friend and trade within the trend.